All right, folks, we're live. We're back. Road to 165, day number 8. Let me know if we're good on the audio and the video. Oh, hey, what's up, Flying Fat Kid? Sean is in the house. Fellow flannel wearer, apparently. Curious to see what you come up with for Friday. Sorry about last night. I've been apologizing all day to uneven par. I don't even know why I feel that bad. Obviously, it didn't go as expected with not being able to play online, but I can't even like put into words. Like I was pretty beat up about it last night and even today. I think like the best that I can summarize it is like the fact that it's one thing if like he's at his own house and like we can spend all day troubleshooting, but the fact that like he kind of did something that he usually wouldn't do in terms of like going to that sim place and like renting it out and like spending the money to do it and the time driving there and that type of stuff, and then to not get it to work, it felt like I kind of had him do something that he wouldn't have normally done. So I feel like I mainly let him down, and I feel like I let you guys down with the stream, and then I feel like I also let myself down not being able to figure out why we couldn't get it going. But hopefully in the future, I was saying it last night that luckily for the most part, you never know with some of this technology stuff, mainly stuff that's live. I mean, anything can happen, but luckily for the most part, there's not a ton like that has gone wrong in the past. But how it feels today? Love the flannel. Got a whole outfit. Do you really? Not your fault. I'm pretty sure it was a firewall issue. I think so too. We were talking about it. I tried so many different things, and like I said, part of it was like I wouldn't have cared if like he was in his basement. Like there's been times where like when I played with like Golfy or Spike or like Bill, if like they're trying to like fix their camera or their audio or struggle swing, I don't care like if it takes us a half an hour to get it straightened out and then we play. But the fact that like we were chewing up time that he paid for, you know what I mean? I like was trying all different things. Like I quit GS Pro. We tried like 10 different rooms. I got the beta. I checked to see if he could download Tobacco. I don't even know in part of that if we tried another course. We kind of decided on Tobacco Road, so we kind of had that set, and I was kind of one track minded in terms of getting Tobacco Road to work. It could have just been that course, which would have been our luck, but I don't know. I think it could be like you're saying, something on their end with like firewall stuff like that. Good shots and bad bounces. It happens. It's a good way to put it. How's it going? Well, we'll see, Dorico. We will see. Hopefully, take some frustration out with some drives once I get a little more warmed up here, and we'll see if today will in fact be a good day in terms of ball speeds. Nothing I can do without even par stream is still enjoyable. Yeah, I mean I appreciate it. I don't know. I don't even know why. Like I was talking to him. I don't know why I'm so like downtrodden about it. I can't even really explain it. It's just I don't know. Didn't go for something. Uneven par has been extremely supportive from the early days of the channel. Not to say that you guys haven't, but he's been there since like the very, very beginning, and we've been talking about doing that, and a lot of anticipation going into it to have it turn out like that. I think is part of it too. But what are you gonna do? I don't even can swing the club. He's fun to watch. I mean, I was saying like he was the A player. Like he's out there on course. He plays more on course than I do, but he's out there. I mean, he has a Garmin R10 like I had, so he's used to that. Like he actually has like a pretty nice setup in his basement. Like he has a projector and everything with the Garmin. He just doesn't have GS Pro, but he's out there shooting like um, I think he had multiple rounds last year in the 70s on course. So like he can definitely hit the ball, and he's definitely pretty sufficient at being able to score on course. But yeah, he's got that unconventional unconventional backswing. I think it was in the sim space. He couldn't join the room. So of course, was a secondary issue. I think so too, but you never know. Just like something like that, I was kind of racking my brain of what else I could have tried real quick. And like I was saying, the whole thing with the time issue didn't really lend itself to me to actually like take like a deep breath and like, all right, what else can we try? It was kind of like, all right, try this, try that, try this, try that. Let's try to get it going and whatever. He didn't seem too bummed about it, and you guys didn't seem too angry about it. So I'm probably just over here being a sourpuss for no reason. Boogeyman Bill, you better start working on your ball speed over there if you're gonna go against me and Sean. Oh, that's a Hosel rocket. Love to get in the 70s. I've been in the 70s maybe twice. I think I shot last summer in Florida. My best score on 18 is 78. I went 3 over and 3 over. My best score on 9 was 2 under. I've been 1 under, I think, twice. I've been even a bunch of times. Depends on the course and the tees, right? But what's up with some of these? That did not feel like that. You'll get there though, especially with your distance, Sean. I've been saying that like I've been saying that since we played, and even before we played. That's just a massive, massive advantage. I know you're not quite as straight down the middle as you like to be, but the fact that you have that capability and you have the potential to hit one like 330 down the middle when you catch one, and you're hitting like a 52 into a green versus someone like me that's just not capable of that. I'm hitting like a 8 or a 9 iron, or someone even slower that can't swing it as fast. They're hitting like a mid to long iron into a green. So if you're able to dial in that dispersion and be able to control that power, you'll be sooner than later with some pretty low scores. Your ball speed's going the wrong way. Too old to hang with you young guns. Back with fall apart trying. I was watching. I had the Golf Channel on the other day. All right, we'll start hitting driver here in a little bit. I had the Golf Channel on the other day, and they had the like HOAG or something like that senior like invitational, and they were talking about, maybe it was last week, whenever it was. Fred Couples, who's on the senior tour now, he was saying how over the past year or so in the basement in a simulator, he would swing driver as hard as he could at the end, and now he's starting to become more regimented with doing that and trying to increase speed. So I hear what you're saying. I can't necessarily speak to it, not being older yet. I'm sure it's not easy. Everything gets more sore. You just things you can't do quite as much. But I say that to say that I get those guys have perfect technique and they're swinging it different, but it's never too late to try to pick up a little bit of speed. That guy Patrick Harrington did it. Phil Mickelson did it when he was like, that was what, like a couple years ago? I will say, I did stray from my Bryson method a little bit today, and I worked out earlier. I did legs, biceps, and shoulders. So this could be a little bit interesting, and I'm not going to be able to get that fixing myself recovery in the gym, so to speak, afterwards. But the body doesn't feel too bad. I guess the bright side of yesterday is I didn't take that many swings. And when I did, it was with Bogeyman Bill on the par 3. Part of that, too, I came out here super early to set everything up, make sure everything was good to go. And I warmed up for like probably 20, 30 minutes, which is really long for me. And I was in like a full sweat. I was like wiping myself off. And then we did all that and cooled down. All right. Driver time. So I have my phone. I have written down what we've been doing so far. Let's see here. Try to get a couple numbers to aim for here. So day number 1 was 160.0. Day number 2 was 157.9. Day number 3 was 160.8. Day number 4 was 160.1. Day number 5 was 159.1. Day number 6 was 161.6. And then afterwards at Exeter, or not after that, but I played that day that I did TPC Sawgrass in Exeter. After that, I hit Bogeyman Bill was here. I hit 3 drives and I hit 161.8. And then day number 7 was 160.8. And then Sunday afternoon, I played with Flying Fat Kid in the morning. And then I did that impromptu TikTok live stream. I'll talk about that a little bit after this, but I actually hit 162.4 as I was playing on course, which was cool. Now today's number 8. As far as that live stream, though, I played with a guy. I don't know if any of you guys use TikTok. The guy's name is TX Golf. I've been kind of going back and forth with him a little bit. He's like a +1 handicap. He's really good. So he happened to pop on as I was watching basketball after me and Flying Fat Kid played, and he was like, I'm just getting started, like if you want to play. And I left everything out here because I mentioned after I played with Sean, I was like, maybe I'll come back, maybe I won't. So I left everything out, and I was like, all right, I'll fire it up. And we played Exeter. We did a 2-man scramble from the tips, and we shot 13 under, which is pretty crazy. I was hitting it really well. I probably even hit it better than when I did with Sean, and I was actually hitting it pretty decent with Flying Fat Kid. But all that to say, the TikTok live streams, unfortunately, they don't like post like these YouTube streams do. But if anyone has TikTok, I believe I can send it to you and you can watch the replay. It was pretty fun. I watched it back. It was pretty fun to watch after the fact. Spoiler alert, I hit some pretty long putts. And I also hit that 162.4 or whatever it was. But I hit some good shots. I was throwing some darts, and I drained a few pretty long putts, which was cool. Oh, low in the face. That's not a good start. 144. Bogeyman Bill, did you happen to try going to beta and then coming back? It's cool now. That's the only thing I can think of. That was kind of a silver lining of last night. The green ready indicator starting to work now out of nowhere. That's the only thing I can think that would have changed. All right. Still low on the face, but that was a little more solid. 151.9, second swing of the day. Maybe we'll mess around and get like 163 or something. Honestly, anything around like 162, I'd probably be pretty happy with today. What 50.7. I also figured it's I always get profusely sweaty doing these. It's 55.6 in the garage, so I figured I'd try the shorts with the leggings and a short sleeve shirt. One, so I don't sweat quite as profusely, and two, I feel like that it is a little bit warmer, maybe not being quite as restricted with the short sleeve shirt. Swing it quicker, possibly. Get an oh yeah. You can get a regular oh yeah, not the oh yeah you're asking about though. Or at least I'm assuming you are. I hate those videos. That girl, assuming you're saying what that girl does, the girl, that blonde girl from Boston, her name's like Maggie or something. Apparently she's not even from Boston. She has like a fake accent. She's the one that goes around in public just to like random people and says that. Kind of annoying. Healy. Uneven par last night. He casually put up it was like 163.5, and he didn't even have the numbers up for that long. That was the best one that I saw. That unicorn sucked. $154.6. Nose diving. C Diddy's not in here, but I am using the newer balls instead of those super beat up ones. All right, 278. Still kind of just swinging at about 75%, putting them out there. In beta now, no indicator. Haven't switched back yet. Thinking about playing against the Ghost some. I haven't even. That was the first time I've ever gone over to beta. I just thought maybe that was the issue last night, and I didn't even. I don't know if I even played anything. Did I load up? Maybe. I think I loaded up Tobacco Road, and I hit like one shot on beta, and then I switched over, and now this thing works all of a sudden. All right, 152.4, 263 carry. Let's start getting a little sweat going. Start swinging at some of these. I know I was thinking about the Garmin R10 for the swing speed, but honestly, sometimes it's a lot easier just setting it up the way this is. Like I don't even have the keyboard and mouse out. It's a lot easier to set up and get going. So I know I don't have the swing speed, but honestly, the way yesterday went, I didn't feel like going through that hassle of setting up the extra stuff. On 54. These balls better not crack. They're still pretty new. I've only used those for like 3 rounds maybe. 277.6 on that one. $155. Low on the face. That one I stayed back on a bit more. Oh. Hung way back on that one. $265 carry, 154. Hey, what's up, Zilzilla? Long time no see. See if I can get into the 160s for you today. That felt better than 152.8 or 0.6 rather. But we'll take the square's word for it. 267 right down the middle. $155.5, 275 carry. $287 total. High heel. $261 carry. You finally have GS Pro sorting through things? Really? You just get it? Oh, Toast, sorry. I thought that was Zilla. It was the same purple. You finally got it, Toast? I got to get back to some comments. I saw you said something about computers or whatever. There's definitely a learning curve, but you can figure it out. Like, it'll probably take you, even if you're not super tech savvy, maybe it'll take you a week to get used to it, clicking around and figuring out what needs to load up on what and all that type of stuff. You'll get it figured out, though. It becomes second nature to where you just hit a couple buttons and you're good to go. Low in the face. What are you struggling with? Do you have like a particular like point in the setup process that you're struggling with and getting hung up on? But basically, my process is, I know you're using the Garmin still, but it would be the same. And like it would be the same when I was doing that, using the Garmin for swing speed. All you do is you basically, like for me with the square, I turn the square on, I launch GS Pro, you pick like your ultra settings, and for me, like I select this monitor on the projector. It loads up, the Open API launches, then I go into the square connector, I scan for it, I connect it, and then once it connects the first time, you're pretty much good to go. Then you can bounce around between courses, the practice range. Garmin R10, from what I remember, be the same thing. You turn the Garmin on. I can't remember if I did a particular order, but play soon. I'm down. Question is, what are we gonna play? On 54. Gotta get more of my lower body into it. I feel like I'm still swinging upper body, but the fact that I'm not like super ramped up. I'm still kind of just like putting them out there, not swinging like super crazy out of my shoes. And like that's 277. I've had a couple in the 280s. Like I don't hate by any means 262 carry. I swung harder at that one. Off balance though. All right. 159.1. Bigger turn on that one. Stayed back on it, tried to step on it a bit more from like down here. I don't hate that. Low backspin, but 287, 159.1. So far today, that's the best one, ball speed wise. And 53. Looking to make sure. I mean, if it happens, it happens. At least I get my money's worth out of it. But I did crack the face on one of these Sim 2s. The first one that I had. That'd be pretty unfortunate if it happens. Again, I love this driver. Second one I've had, and it's a bit tougher to find now, being a couple years old at a halfway decent price. Cool though, like I've been saying, kind of cruising around that mid to high. Sometimes not even that high. 159 was the best, but like mid 150s, kind of just cruising at. Getting X-Putt, and might need a video capture card for the X-Putt. I was under the impression that that thing just connected right to the. Again, I don't have one, so I can't tell you. I was under the impression that thing just connected directly to the Springbok connector. On 55, pretty off balance, but honestly, I don't really even care. On 57.2, 275 carry. No flannel, no ball speed. You need Springbok too. Springbok, you just have to download. That's easy toast. Bok like a chicken. Springbok. You need the caw connector. I got 159.1, I think it was so far. C-Drum. That was 275 carry, 285 total. 159.2, 276 carry. That was squared up a bit better. Still a little bit heely. The backspin was up a little bit, but I don't hate that. 276.6, 289.5, 159.2. I read out the numbers before C-Drum, but I hit the other day, Sunday afternoon, when I did a TikTok live stream with someone, and we played a scramble at Exeter. We shot 13 under. I was feeling it on Sunday, but I hit 162.4 on the course, so to speak, while I was playing. Oh. 157.2. 272 carry. I don't really know why I read out those numbers every time, but honestly, it kind of helps me, kind of amps me up a little bit seeing these numbers get up there. That was right down the middle, kind of. All right. Let's get into the 160s, and then we'll go from there. On 57.9. I am using, they're not brand new, but they are newer. I've only used these for probably, I haven't beat them up, so they're still pretty new. I'd probably use them for like 3 rounds maybe. I am using new balls, or newer. Healy. 155. Again though, if I get my miss hits, mid 150s. I need a Flying Fat Kid new ball speed PR celebration. I don't know if the birdie dance, the caw-caw birdie dance, will get it done. Maybe I'll just scream like I did before. On 58.2. Got to slow down that backswing just a touch. That's how I did it the other day. Slow it down a touch and really step on the gas by about hip height or so. Swing idea? Yeah, let's hear it. What do you got? Just swing faster? Is that what am I walking into something here? Go get my flannel. Is this going to be helpful or is this going to be a troll? Ugh. It always scares me that tee went up here and hit the tarps. And it always scares me. It feels like something like flew off. Honestly, I probably could have used a sweatshirt. Not really sweating much. On your backswing, my right leg is nearly straight and opening up. Your right foot is pretty open. Try to bring that toe back towards the target. Try to keep your right knee from turning. Okay. I actually did see that. I think that was I mean I get I get all my tips from YouTube Shorts, but I think it was Xander Schauffele saying that he's messed around with it and he feels like versus like you're saying having your toe out, you can't load up into that side quite as much versus if you have it either perfectly straight or even a little bit kind of like pigeon-toed like you're saying to the target, you can load up into it more. It's just weird. Some people they say they like splay your feet out and have a good wide base, and then you see something like that, which is kind of counter of what like the conventional knowledge is. But I'll try it. Low and Healy. Could kind of feel though like I could load up a bit more. I mean, that was the first swing, but you feel tension build up in your knee. I did kind of feel that. Try to feel like you're pushing your knee towards the target. Got it. The knee as well, or just the toe? I mean, I'm assuming the toe. My right knee is the bad one. Hopefully this doesn't make me blow out my knee again. My right knee is the bad one. I still don't have 100% range of motion. Like when I get to about here, that's like all I can do. Otherwise, I think there's still like scar tissue in there or something from when I blew it out in basketball. I was gonna say, so like my knee or the toe or both. I feel like my knee would probably follow my toe more towards the target, kind of pigeon-toed. This feels weird because I'm so used to being like this, kind of behind it. Now it feels like I'm kind of more with my, even like I'm set up with the ball still in a similar spot. It feels like I'm pushed more. Low on the face again. I do feel that though. I can feel that tension more in the knee, kind of like knee and like right hip. If you open that foot, let your hips rotate freely instead of putting them into a bind generation power. Don't blow your knee. We'll see. Honestly, if I could hit like 165, I would take a slightly blown out knee again. It's still not even 100%. I hear you though. I'm not gonna do anything to hurt myself. It's just showing your backswing too, because you can't turn as far. All right, we'll roll with it. That'll be the swing feel for today. What about that left foot? Where do you like your left foot? Do you splay that out a little bit, or do you still trying to keep that? Oh, so Healy. That was so high on the face. That launched at 18 degrees. 157.8, 269. That launched so high in the air. Hit up on that 6.1. My thoughts are knee leaning towards the target. Then try to keep your belt buckle straight as you can. When your shoulders turn, it'll eventually make the belt buckle turn. Left foot open is cool. Can't be thrusting at it, dog. Stay away from it. I know I'm humping it. Oh, just swing harder and quit babying it? I know. True. Flying fat kid with the sage wise wisdom and advice here. I mean, flying fat kid, like, how about you do something a little like productive and like you've got enough ball speed. Why don't you just send over? I don't know if you can just like email it or like Google Drive it. Just give me like 5 or 10 miles an hour. You'll still hit it plenty far. Like you don't need all that. Being greedy over there. Well, I felt like I stayed back on it. 157.6. I got to get that Mikey T times launching the ball with my chest. Flying fat kid over here, hoarding. You and Cedrum hoarding all the ball speed from the rest of us. All right. 159.0. I feel like I have a tougher time when I stay back on it like that. I've been losing them to the right, which I don't care about, but it just feels like staying back with that left hip, staying back and behind it, that left hip moving back. I have a tougher time. Feels like the club face is wide open coming through. You two with your ball speed hoarding, you guys were probably those people that had a garage full of toilet paper during COVID. You guys are probably hoarding all your toilet paper and your ball speed together. On 56.9, that thing was launched to the moon. 274 carry. I do feel that though. I felt it on the first swing. I can feel that load and that pressure, like from like knee to hip and that right side. Zero accuracy. Center of the face is a must. Garage and basement. In my opinion, you're too far away from the ball at setup 2. You're reaching straight out from the ball from the start. Tough to change. Keep your hands closer to your body. Helps you turn more. Okay. I feel like I got to this position because I was catching everything off the heel. So I kind of stood further away and kind of extended my arms. But isn't the rule of thumb you want to feel like your arms are kind of, is that still with driver 2? You want to feel like your arms are dangling? I felt like I was closer on that. I appreciate the tips. I think I start doing too many different things. I got 10 different things going on in my head. I know you only gave me like two, but I feel like I want to really focus on that right knee and the right foot right now. And then if I feel like I kind of have that down, maybe start. I mean, I can work a little bit closer to the ball, but man, this feels so weird setting up with like my foot's not even that far in. It's like pretty straight. It just feels like my knee is like I can see though, with my foot like that and that pressure, I feel like you would be able to explode and have more of that. I could never get that feeling down. It's probably because my foot was so splayed out. That feeling of you're supposed to be jumping back and away from it, I feel like that lends itself with that built up pressure to explode through it a bit more faster. You have more power pulling than push. Like C-Drum said, stay close. Swing fast to control your hands. You try to hold them closer to your body. Yes, but as you swing fast, you have to control your hands and try to hold them closer to your body. The force with pull, your hands out from that speed. All right. All right. How's that? It's not a PR, but that's 290 in the air. That's three bills, baby. 160.5. I launched it at 18. It was high on the face, but 160.5, 290.8, 292 in the game, 303.7. Bryson DeChambeau, who? Flying Fat Kids, who? Just kidding. That wasn't bad, though. I like that. Best tempo you've seen? So I've been working on that. Was part of the reason why I hit it so good on Sunday and Saturday. I was really focused on. It sounds. I don't know if I want to go into it. It's kind of a wacky method that I came to it with, but basically, sum it up. The feeling is like keeping my arms, the club head more outside, and really slowing down that backswing to the point where I got it so slow to where it almost feels like I just have to fire by the time I bring it up. All right. 156.2. I mean, I'm coming way up and out of it, but 282 in the air. I'm catching them high in the face, which I don't hate, but they are going pretty far. Look at C-Drum with the helpful tips. C-Drum, you got any advice for me to get to like 100,000 subscribers? Or to be a plus handicap? Low in the face. That was pretty cool, though. 303, 290 in the air. Start playing topless and be a hot woman golfer. uh, flannel flannel Charis, Grace flannel. All right, come on, stop babying it. This is strange now. Before I've been duck hooking them, so I was trying to slow down my hands. Now I got to speed them up. Not sure if you asked anything. I was on the phone call with daughter. No, I think I was just saying. I think it was just the indicator we were talking about before. I think I just hit one 303 though. I hit one 290 in the air. That's cool. Kind of jumped a little bit. It feels like me being closer though with my hands lower. It feels like I'm gonna top it every time. It feels like when I was back here, I could really get some shoulder tilt and up on it. I mean, even that one, I guess I still hit up on it 6.1. It just feels like I'm lining up a lot more, not as much shoulder tilt, I guess. Man, this feels strange. It feels some more twist in my obliques from those too. Not speeding up my hands. Cliff face doesn't need to be controlled by your hands, by my hand timing. Take away and hold it more closed. Your club face doesn't need to be controlled by your hands timing. Take it away and hold it more closed so you can get close to it and tilt still. What C drum said? All right. I mean, I got that one working left for sure. So I had the takeaway, and I feel like I didn't get as timesy with my hands. Don't you lose a bit of power though? Taking the hands out of it a little bit. All right, let's try an old one, just for funsies. I just feel like I can swing so much harder. 159.8. I get I just need to work on it and get comfortable with that, but this feels like that. I guess probably because I'm used to it. If I stand further away, exaggerate it. They're not out of it. Try to hold off as long as I can. Man, that knee does not want to stay low in the face. That knee does not want to stay in. Knee doesn't want to stay in because I'm sliding backwards instead of turning. 157, 272. Runaway ball. 445. Can someone let me know when it's getting close to 530 if you're still here? C-Drum doesn't believe I have a dog, but I gotta feed my dog at 530. 290 on that one though. That one felt better. 158, 275, 71 RPMs a side spin. That one I had to have turned a little bit. Was a timer on their phone? I don't know. The problem is I have a smartwatch, but the stupid battery, I stopped using it because the battery used to last a week. Now it lasts like 6 hours. So I got to buy a new one. Usually I have a watch. But I'll set a timer. Alarm. $5:30 p.m. All right. We got 45 minutes to make something happen. Do something with my life for a change. On 58.2, 278, nice baby draw. I know where these going don't matter, but it is nice seeing with the speed up, having them at least hit the fairway. Man, that one felt better than 157. Try to feel like your downswing starts with your shoulders and hold your hands back. You've never seen said dog? I'll send you a picture offline. I'll send you a picture on Discord, Flying Fat Kid. No, I was saying that before club speed. I would have had to do like the landscape mode and have to set up the R10. After yesterday went, I just kind of wanted to do like a quicker setup. I mean, I've been saying this though. Like, I don't know. There's probably been a few where it's been relatively efficient, but I would say it's probably safe to do like a 143, 145, maybe 147 type of smash, and you can just divide it by the ball speed. So whatever that would be. I don't know. I don't swing it as quick as you guys. I know that. I'm probably in the 105, 107 territory. 55.8. I am live, Black Cloud. What's up? Yeah, 110 with a good strike. Well, 110 with a perfect strike, right? Like 110 with a 1.5 smash, which is tough to do. That's like dead center out of the middle type of shot. That's why I'm saying I feel like you could probably like 155.8 divided by like, because that was like low backspin. Like that definitely wasn't optimized, but you could probably divide it by like anywhere from 1.4 all the way up to probably about 1.47. 156.2, 265, almost on the center line. Low in the face though. 2,500 backspin. You see that buzzer beater the other night, Black Cloud? No! I think I cracked it. 145, unless that was just a horrendous strike, which may have been. It still looks all right. That was weird. It was kind of higher heel, but that was a pretty significant drop off. That's the first one in the 140s in a while. I will say it doesn't feel like I have to get that right around these 155 numbers with those hands a bit, I guess, closer to my body, a little bit closer with that knee turn. I feel like I don't have to swing quite as much because I'm probably turning more efficiently, generating more power to get some of these numbers. Versus the other day, I was like all momentum trying to swing as hard as I could. Oh, super low. Low and Healy. Didn't see the buzzer beater. I was at the gym last night. About to go to the gym now, actually. The buzzer beater, so they didn't play. When was that? Sunday? There was a buzzer beater. I forget what team it was. He was a freshman. The other team went up by one, and he was driving to the basket, kind of got bumped, and had a fadeaway off the glass for a game winner. $155, $273 with a runaway ball. Clearly travels, but didn't get called. I don't know. It wasn't against UConn. I came out here during that UConn game. It was the one after UConn. Who knows what a travel is anymore? When I was playing basketball, you could take 2 steps and that was it. You couldn't gather. You couldn't take 2 steps as you were gathering. I get those guys have super long legs, but nowadays you can take like 3 steps as you're gathering and then take another 2. I don't know. The team was wearing red. I didn't fill out a bracket, so I'm not following super intently. I just been putting them on. Hey, what's up, D-Lud? I'm no driver of the ball, but a good feel for me lately. More. This chat's acting up. More heel. Hold on. I'll read it in a second. More heel pressure to prevent me from leaning forward on the downswing. Yeah, Cedron was saying before. I guess the Tiger swing when he was. Probably see that video. The Olay swing. I'm coming towards it on some of these, so I'm like coming this way and I'm coming towards the ball versus having that left hip work back. And the way Flying Fat Kid put it, he said his wife gave him a tip to have his right hip replace his left hip and stay back on it. On 55, 262. So those hands, or lack of them, CJ, I'm saying it's not hands though, so I guess I just got to get a little more closed on the takeaway. D-Love, were you watching? What was that buzzer beater on Sunday? Off the glass, the team went up by 1. They took a timeout. They had like 3 seconds. He gathered, kind of got bumped, took 2 steps, fade away, left side of the basket. He banked it off the glass for the game winner. Was that against your team? Unfortunately, I remember you say you were rooting for. It was Maryland. Was that against your New Mexico team? Was that game? Sorry if that's bringing back bad memories. On 56. What was that best one we got up to? I'll have to go back. Usually I write them down. Colorado State, New Mexico versus Michigan State. Whatever that best one was, it was like 160 point something. I hit it 290 in the air and it was 303. That was the best one for today. Usually I put it in the chat so I don't forget it. On 58, 264. Oh, so low in the face. D-Lud is dropping his new series this Thursday. I believe Flying Fat Kid was part of it. I don't know which episodes we're going to be, but the Mantle series coming out, first episode this Thursday. Is the leader still the leader, or has there been a new high score unlocked? What happens if you move 6 inches closer to the ball? That's what Cedron was telling me before. I got to have my hands lower and move closer. It just feels like I start crowding the ball, and it feels like I'm going to sky it. Because back here, I can really get some shoulder tilt with my arms extended. When I start getting close to the ball like this, it feels like with the tee that I have, it feels like I'm going to hit way underneath it. So I don't know if that will happen. That's what feels like it's going to happen. So far, based on what the golf professional on the channel, C-Drum, is telling me, is feel like the right foot and the right knee is a little bit pigeon-toed, facing towards the target, so you can load up into the side more. And he was saying I got to stand closer to it too. I probably just ingrained from all those swings standing further away from it. It just feels like I'm losing where I'm trying to hit the club face on when I'm standing closer. All right, old setup. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I get that's not probably what I should do. It's not as efficient. But that's 158.3, 277, rolling out to like 290, right down the middle. I get to what's that saying? To get to the place, I'm going to butcher it, but to get where you haven't been, you have to do things you haven't done or something like that. I get I need to change stuff, but Flying Fat is first. Thanks for the shout out. Yeah, no problem. Setup looks amazing when you get closer, just saying. I think all the advice is good. Just matters what resonates with you in your swing. Tried step drills. Yeah, I've tried a bunch of stuff. I mean, Seedrum always gets on me when I read out the chats. I say I know, and part of that is just me saying like I agree or uh, like that's good advice and I concur. But some of the part of the reason why I say I know is because like I've filled my brain with so many of these like different things that I've seen throughout the years to where like no one's saying anything that's like groundbreaking new. Like even C Drum said with like the knee, and I said, oh yeah, the other day I saw Xander Schauffele. It was a YouTube short. He was saying how he's experimented with like splitting his feet open, and he was mainly talking about his right. And he was saying how if he's either perfectly straight or a little bit pigeon toed, he can load into it more. So it's stuff like that to where like I've heard all the stuff. It's just like you're saying, whatever. Like everyone's brain works different. So like a certain way someone either says something or explains it, get it to kind of click in your brain. Um, and then, even if that's the case, getting your mind and your body working together to be able to implement whatever you're trying to work on. Ugh. Well, I'm surprised that was 157. That was super low heel. I do like the step drill. Honestly, I like. I don't have adequate ceiling protection in here, so I'm very afraid of a sky ball. But I love the step drill. I've done that a bunch of times. I love the step drill with irons, getting that weight shift. You can do it a bunch of different ways, like stepping back, stepping forward, all different kinds of stuff. But I've done that a bunch of times. And it really feels like you can really step into it with the irons for that step drill. And I'm a little bit closer. Hands are a little bit lower. Oh, high in the face. And 988 backspin. All right. Let's just try a couple poor technique, grip it and rip it. One 5.6. Super low in the face though, so that's 3,900 backspin. That's like a 3-wood. One 56.2. 162.4 is the PR to beat. We cracked 160 so far, but nothing close to 162. Getting choppy. Some of it's flexibility too. I have neck issues, so a lot of big turns. Advice doesn't work for me much. I have a feeling of pushing away from the ball with my left foot as early as possible too. If you put in the work, keep it up. Payoff's coming. I already seen. I mean, it's cool. I've kind of been talking about this to where like even like that was a pretty poor miss hit, and I'm still like mid 150s for the most part. Like I had a handful in a row that I was carrying like 270. So I mean, there's something to just like you don't have to go as crazy as I'm going, but even like you take after you're done playing, like take 10 hard swings as hard as you can. Like that will start to snowball and build up to where I've said this a bunch of times, but it's cool seeing like you're trying to increase your floor and your ceiling. So like I'm after new PRs and like trying to get the ceiling higher, but at the same time, like all these swings, it all compounds and builds up. So my floor, even on miss hits and poor strikes, or ones that I'm hitting at like 75%, my floor, meaning like the bottom end of my speed, is still creeping up too, which is kind of almost more important than where like your top end speed is when you really catch one. 157.6. 155, right down the middle. All right, let's go on a little bit of a run here. About 10 hard ones in a row. 158.9, 271 carry. Come on. High toe. 154 miss hit. One 55.6. That was super low on the face, 3,000 backspin. I guess that's kind of what happens. If I move closer to the ball, I start catching them low on the face and I catch them heely. I guess that's what happens. It's like 3,000. That's a ton. Low heel after low heel. Oh, that club almost came out of my hands. Honestly, probably could use the sweatshirt today. Starting to get a little bit warmer, but not much. Felt better, but 155. Assuming square missed that one. 0 RPM of side spin. $56.5. That's not great. Swung harder at that one. 158.7. Come on. 157.5, 271 carry. Oh, it felt better. 156.6, 273 carry. Rolling out to 288.9. I wish I could say this is just from like, all right, just lack of effort to swing harder, but I'm swinging hard at all these. Healy. On 55.6, 275 carry. Nose diving out of the air. $611 backspin. It's crazy how All these ball speeds are relatively in like the same ballpark, but it's crazy going from 270 carry to 250 just based on the launch and the backspin. I don't know why. When I go back more to that older swing, I feel like I get more of my body behind it. I'm a little more fluid and athletic. Like even that just jumped up to 157, back up to 274 carry. One 58.4, 272. I can see the heat radiating off these balls. Let's switch over to these beat up ones for a little bit and let those cool down. Oh. All right. We got 12 minutes to make something happen here. Can we get back into the 160s? 165 yet or no? Or yet? Or not? No. That 160 something was better. Going back to, I was trying to just swing hard at some of the older ones versus with my feet splayed. $12 or probably 11 or 10 now before the timer goes off. So I was trying to get back up into the 160s, any means necessary. I hear you though. That's too much effort for 157. That's too much effort. On the bright side, at least we got into the 160s once. I think we had two that were 159, and that may have been the first one, 303, first time in the 300 territory, at least that I can think of. Get that smooth tempo back. Smooth to the top, hips start to turn. Holding the hands back, and then bring her down. Are you not a believer in that any energy put into the swing is energy stored? Apparently not with the smoother. I guess that's probably how it should feel. It just feels like when I'm doing that, I'm coming up, down, and then like almost flippy back up again. I know that's probably closer to the right sequencing, but all right. Pigeon toe. I know I'm not standing close. On 54.6, 269. That's the sequence. I know, which tells me I'm so jacked up on my sequencing and how I swing and how I've ingrained my bad habits to where that feels foreign. What do you think, C-Drum? Legit or mishit? $189.7 hammered. Grip the driver light. Don't be squeezing so tight. I can just tell by the way it starts on the screen. I would like to think that's real, but that's the third time now. The first one was that one on course, like 182. The other one was like the other day that I sent you, like 215 or whatever it was. And now that one. That's the third, like really, really significant misread. Can I add 189 to my tracking now? Take the spin off next time. I know, 3,600. That was just that was the sequencing. That's what happens when I get the sequence right. 189. Where's Flying Fat Kid? And back to 154. Maybe that's first correct read. I like that line of thinking. I can get behind that. All the low ones are misread. I mean, that's one way to look at it. So like all these in reality, they're probably closer to like 200 ball speed, and the square just sucks. When I slow it down, though, I can feel myself coming a bit more from the inside, even though that one said out to in. But it feels like I'm coming more from that right hip on that one. All right, now I'm getting kind of frustrated. Let's swing hard for the last like 5 minutes. Let's break my back. No Diddy. $160. This is the one. Next one. Swing the shaft a few times. Fast as I can and go back to driver. I do have this. I have it eventually. It's taking some time. I mean, I'm 100% going to get 165. I even honestly think, as delusional as it sounds, I think I can hit 170 if I keep at this for a couple months. That one wasn't as quick. I got to take more time at the top and really load into that hip. Oh, go figure. All right. 5 more swings, and then we're done. Might need to get some safety glasses and a hard hat if I'm going to be doing that. Gotta go later, bro. Hit him good. I'm out of here, too. I got 5 more, and then I'm done. Thanks for stopping in, like always. All right, that's number one. 157.5, 269. A little bit more load into the old backside. Number two, 155.6, 267. Three more. Two more. Right down the middle, though. Oh. 155, 270. Oh, no. Can't end on that one. I was debating ending on that fourth one at 270 in the air. Well, it was a draw, 263. Probably roll out to 275-ish. We'll end it on that. I'm gonna have to go back. Usually I put it in the chat of what my best one was. It was whatever that right after C-Drum said the turn the knee in type of thing when I hit it 303. I think it was that one. It was like 160 point something. I'm out of here though. I'm gonna go foam roll my back, feed my dog, and live to swing another day. So anyone still in here, Bogeyman Bill, take care if you're still in here listening. The other 5 people, I'll catch you guys on the next one. It's gonna be colder tomorrow and Thursday, so I don't know about coming out here then. I'm probably gonna be sore tomorrow. However, Friday night, I believe 7:30, 8 p.m., something like that. We're doing a alternate shot match between me and Flying Fat Kid versus Struggle Swing Golf and Bogeyman Bill. Live stream. Should be fun. Between then, I don't know, but we'll see. But like I said, appreciate you guys tuning in. Shout out to the members, and I'll catch you in the next one.